Good morning. I'm going to go ahead and do the much requested tutorial on how I make my Team Spirit Glitter Headbands. This is the one on the hard type headband, and then these are the elastic ones. Super cute, super stretchy. Let's get into it. We are going to be in Cricut Design Space. I use Cricut. You can use whatever software that you are familiar with. This is just my go-to product. I'm not affiliated or sponsored in any way, shape, or form. And I'm going to say there are 27 ways to skin a cat. So how I make my headbands, it's not the right way, it's not the wrong way, it's just the way that works for me. So let's get into it. I've picked out my font. I've uploaded it into Cricut as a single file. And now this specific one we're doing, it's going to be an elastic headband, and the colors are purple and white. So I'm going to play around and see what layer I want each color to be. So we're going to go in and add the first offset, apply, hide all contours, apply. That's probably going to be my white, and then I'm going to go in and do another offset of the white and see how I like that. So that's black, white, purple. Now let's see if I change it, do I like it better another way? White, purple, white, purple. I kind of like that. But hey, you can never be too sure. So let's see, purple. Let's see. We'll change this to black. We'll change this to white. I think we're gonna go with this middle one here. So let me delete these out. And here's the trick. So the largest offset, I'm gonna duplicate it and leave it like this, just change the color to say gray, because this is going to be my faux leather base. So you're applying the glitter HTV to faux leather, which we'll get into that shortly. But I'm also going to take this, duplicate it again, okay, and I'm going to flip it. So this is going to be the backing of the headband, which that will make sense shortly. So we're going to click make. It's going to sort it. We're going to go 12 by 12. We don't need to mirror this because this is going to be just perfect the way it is. You'll need to go in and flip your glitter layers, okay? Continue. I make so much with this type of product. I've got mine kind of flagged for me to continue on. So genuine leather, default is fine. Okay guys, we're back over here to the Cricut, and if you're not putting your Cricut or your cutting machine on wheels, what are you doing? Please, it's the greatest thing ever. So the first layer we're doing is our faux leather layer. Again, this is the base and the backing. This is what it looks like. This is the inside of the material, and how you're gonna do this, you're gonna wanna use a strong grip mat. I forgot to tell you guys, all of this is going to be linked in my Amazon storefront, all the materials that I used and the tools as well. So you're gonna put your faux leather down like so. Should look like this, okay? Put it in and press go. All right, our leather's done. We're just gonna peel that extra away, and so you'll be left with this. Again, this is your base and this is your backing. I'm gonna go in and do the white glitter and the purple glitter, and we'll be back. I decided I was going to film me doing the purple glitter because I do my rolls, like my cuts, a different way. I don't pre-cut it, I leave it on the roll, cut it, and then cut it precise. I had somebody say, how does that save you time or material? And in my head, I'm not having to super like measure how much I need to cut. Like, it's 2 inches, let me just go ahead and cut the 2 inches of that. I don't fiddle with that, and this is how I do it. I feed it through, I let it read the mat, I press go. We'll come back to when it's done. All right, she's done. So let me show you. I take it off. I've got my handy dandy cutter here. And now I already know exactly how much I need. So I don't have like an awkward, other than the end of it, space of leftover material. So it cuts down on waste. And this is also something not usual, but I have a paper towel holder, like the roll, the stand-up one, and I put my scrap pieces of vinyl in it. I do embroidery projects as well, so these smaller pieces often get used in that. So I'll be back after weeding this. All right, now we apply. So you're gonna find the backing, not the backing, the base, and you're gonna apply your first layer of glitter. I just use a mini iron and I use it all the way to the highest heat. I don't, this is gonna sound funny, I don't like make sure the first layer of glitter is super adhered. I just keep it tacky enough that the topping will peel off so I can do the next layer. And that's because the more heat and pressure you apply to glitter vinyl, it expands. So I don't want it to expand without the other layers on it as well, if that makes sense. So now I'm gonna do the white, and then I will do the final, and then we'll get back to how we apply it to the headband. Okay, so now it looks something like this. We've got our hot glue gun here. I use a cordless hot glue gun, and I use Gorilla Glue hot glue, okay? I don't use the other stuff. This works phenomenal for me. I want to add, guys, you will see these headbands made with craft foam. You'll see it with craft foam, and you'll see it with, shoot, what's it called? Felt. You'll see them done with felt. I don't use either of those. I don't use craft foam because they don't hold well to heat, and I find that they bubble when I apply the hot glue on the backing to attach it. So I don't use that. That's why I use faux leather. I also think it looks cleaner and more crisp, and it helps hide any of the glue. So we'll be back. All right, so now we've got our topper. It looks something like this. We've got our elastic headband and our faux leather backing. So I simply flip this over, hot glue gun preheated, and I do like a stripe like this in the middle. I just take my headband, press it in. Sorry guys, that's my phone mount. Now you don't have to do a backing. Some people like to leave it just like this. I don't find it very secure, so I go ahead and with the backing here, and it is super simple. I try to keep it clean as I go. So you just line it up. Sometimes it's easier to do the top first, depending on the font chosen, the length of the name, etc. Just like so. I go over the headband really well, under it again. You want to press down firm, but not too firm, because you don't want to have a hot glue blowout. Okay, I'll be back. All right guys, here you go. This is what she looks like all said and done. Here's the backing on it. She is good and secured. This is a customer's order, so I will package it up and send it out today. If you're catching this on the YTube, but you know, can't say that, the Amazon storefront will be linked down in the description, so you can click it and access all the details. If you're catching this on TikTok, send us a message. We'll send you our Amazon storefront.